turning darkness into light was the essence of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, the author of the Zohar. He revealed that the only way to remove negativity is not to fight it, but to meet it with light. On Lag BaOmer, we are given a unique opportunity to awaken and strengthen that spark of light within us, transforming negativity into joy and fulfillment. When Rabbi Shimon left this world on Lag BaOmer, he opened an energetic window for all future generations, a gateway through which, with conscious connection, we can draw his powerful light into our lives. And this is exactly why this day is so important, because the light of the Zohar that is revealed on Lag BaOmer is not just inspiration. It is the force that allows us to shift how we see others. Lag BaOmer is not just a celebration, it is the day the light of the Zohar is revealed again for the entire year. And if you miss this connection, you might go through the whole year spiritual, growing, even reading Zohar, but disconnected from the exact light your soul needs. So the question is, what is the one inner work that determines whether that light can actually be revealed in your life? We are in a period called the counting of the Omer, 49 days from Passover till Shavuot. It is known that during this time, at least in the first 32 days, 24,000 students of Rabbi Akiva died. Why? Because they didn't show respect to one another. So what does the word respect really mean? And what is the spiritual secret behind respect? Rabbi Isaac Luria, the Ari, revealed that there was another time in history when 24,000 people died in Shittim, when the Israelites were with Moses, and it is written that people began to fall. The Israelites fell. And there too, 24,000 people died. And the Ari said that those same 24,000 souls who died with Moses reincarnated as the 24,000 students of Rabbi Akiva who died. So it's interesting, 2 times in history when 24,000 people died, once with Moses and once with Rabbi Akiva. We know that Moses represents the written Torah, the revelation at Mount Sinai, the essential path of spiritual work. Rabbi Akiva represents the seed, the foundation of what is called the oral Torah, which includes the Zohar and the Talmud. And the revelation of this light depends on respect. So what is the secret of respect? Why do we look down on others? Rav Ashlag said we must look at every person, not only our teacher, but every person as if they are the greatest of the generation. So how is it possible to look at others, especially when we think they are not working as hard as we are, not doing what we are doing? No matter how we judge them, how can we look at someone and still hold respect for them as if they are the greatest of the generation? The answer is something we know, but especially in the month of Iyar, Taurus, and especially during the time of the Omer, we must focus on this work. We know that anything the Creator created, the endless light, must be infinite. The Creator cannot create anything that is not infinite. Therefore, any limitation we see was created by us, by the vessel. But the Creator can only create something infinite because the Creator is infinite. So anything the Creator touches, anything the Creator creates must be infinite. That means every person, every one of us must be infinite. But we see very little. Even when we look at righteous people and we think we respect them, what are we actually respecting? We are respecting a spark of light that we see from an infinite being. So what does respect mean? We think respect means if I see something honorable, I will respect it. But that means we think we see. We don't see anything. The only thing we might see, even when we see light, is a spark shining out of the infinite. So I look at someone, and whatever I see in them, no matter how I judge them, I might see a little bit of good. And what do we think? That is all there is. But it cannot be all there is. This person was created by the infinite, by the light of the Creator. So they must be infinite. And if I only see a small light, it means that small light is shining out from an infinite being. So respect means that I see beyond the illusion, beyond the small spark of light shining out, and I recognize the infinite being. When we respect someone, we are respecting their infinite light. When we do not respect someone, what we are saying is the small light I see, that is all there is. But that cannot be true because they are infinite. So real respect means I honor the infinite light that they are. The Rav would always remind us that the month of Iyar, Taurus, which is the only month entirely within the Omer, is also called the month of Ziv. The word Ziv, like the word Zohar, represent not just light, but a different kind of light. For example, the light of the sun, we don't see the actual essence of the sun, we see its rays. When we experience even of the Creator's light, are rays from the source. So Ziv represents the consciousness that what I see is only a ray. There is much, much more light in essence, and my vision is only that small portion that shines toward me. If you have this consciousness, of course you will respect every person infinitely, because you understand that the Ziv, the radiance you see from a person, is not all that exists. There must be infinite light there. And this is why it was so important for Moses and Rabbi Akiva. If I do not respect your infinite light, my infinite light cannot be revealed. If I look at people and all I see is their radiance, their spark, but I do not truly live with the consciousness that they are infinite light, then my own infinite light cannot be revealed. All the light we have revealed until now is only a Ziv, a radiance of our infinite light. But the only way the Creator allows us to reveal our infinite light is based on the principle, the Creator is your shadow. The Creator relates to us the way we relate to others. If we look at others and only see their Ziv, their radiance, and do not say that what I see is only a small ray of something infinite, then our infinite light cannot be revealed. So especially through Moses, especially through Rabbi Akiva, Moses being the seed of the written Torah, Rabbi Akiva the seed of the oral Torah. Their students were meant to reveal what was concealed. But it is impossible to reveal the hidden, whether for yourself or like Moses and Rabbi Akiva, for the world, unless you see the infinite light in people.
If you enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Book now with me one-to-one session in angel coaching and communication coaching. To learn more, email or DM me. Enjoy the video.
In people. This is why the judgment came at this time, because this is the time when the work must be focused on seeing the Ziv and understanding that it comes from an infinite source in the person in front of me, in my friend, in myself, in the world. That is the secret of respect, and that is why it is most important among those who want to reveal the infinite source of light, not just to hold onto the spark that shines outward. If a person is at the foundation of revelation, like the Israelites with Moses or the students of Rabbi Akiva, and during this specific time of the year, the Omer, when the radiance is revealed, if a person gets lost in the radiance and forgets that there is infinite light within that person, within themselves, within the world, then the opposite can occur. The judgment of not showing respect. But we want to move toward the positive. Our work is not to see only the radiance, but to let that radiance lead us to understand that there is infinite light within us. Truly understand it. Everything we have done until now, as the Zohar says, is like peeking through the cracks. Small rays of light, small radiance shining out from the infinite light. And we must push ourselves to see, certainly in those around us, our friends, especially those engaged in the same spiritual work, as infinite. Otherwise, the Creator will not allow our infinite light to be revealed. And this brings us to the light of the Zohar. Why is it called Zohar? Why not simple light? Why is it called the book of the Zohar and not the book of light? Because there is nothing more powerful in the world to help us shift our consciousness from seeing the radiance, the Ziv, into connecting with the infinite light itself. If the ultimate goal of our work is to reveal love in the world, true love can only come from respect. And true respect can only come from seeing the person in front of you. As Rav Ashlag says, as the greatest of the generation, as an infinite source of light. Only through the light of the Zohar do we have the power to truly see the infinite light within every person. But our connection to the Zohar must be directed toward this purpose, especially during these 49 days. If we understand that each one of us, to some degree, does not show respect to others, meaning there is at least one person in our lives in whom we do not see the infinite light, then this limits all the light our soul can reveal, and even more so, limits all the spiritual work we can do, especially in revealing the light of the Zohar and the light of the Creator in the world. So especially during this time, we must focus our work on love, on showing respect, because we truly see not just the radiance that we judge as big or small, but that the person standing in front of us, our friend, is truly infinite light. It is not simple to do, of course, but from here we can understand why, without focusing our connection to the Zohar on awakening respect, it cannot work. Because it begins with our friends, then it comes to us, and from us to the world. Michael Berg also explained about the Zohar. On one hand, it is important to read the Zohar every day, but on the other hand, with what consciousness are we reading it? The consciousness must be, my only hope to live today the way the Creator wants me to live is if I am connected to the light of the Zohar. My only hope that my life will be as the Creator wants it to be is if I am connected to the Zohar. There is no other hope, he said. A person can be the most spiritual in the world, pray beautifully, meditate, help people, do all the right things, but if they are not connected to this frequency every day, not just by opening the Zohar and reading or scanning, which is the minimum, but with the right consciousness, understanding that the Zohar is our only hope. Otherwise, it is like being in a bumper cars in an amusement park. Children think they are driving everywhere, but there is a pole above the car controlling the speed and direction, keeping them on track. That is what the Zohar does for us. Without connecting to the Zohar, there is no hope. It is impossible. And the most important day of the year is Lag BaOmer. Why? In the Idra Zuta, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai says, I must reveal all the secrets today because I do not want to reach the next world having not completed everything. I need to reveal. The Kabbalists teach that everything that happens when the Creator created the world and let it go, but every day renewing the work of creation. The Creator injects energy into everything to sustain it and keep it alive every single day. The same is true with Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. He didn't simply pass away on Lag BaOmer thousands of years ago. When he said, I want to reveal all the secrets today, that is not just something that happened then. What happens on Lag BaOmer is a new revelation. The light of the Zohar that all of us need for the coming year. Where is it revealed? It is revealed on Lag BaOmer. If a person doesn't make that desperate connection on Lag BaOmer, then they might be reading Zohar throughout the coming year, but not connected to what they actually need for that year. And Michael Berg explained about Rosh Hashanah, the world follows its course. If a person doesn't connect to the light of Rosh Hashanah, the lunar new year for humanity, their life follows its natural path. But the power of Rosh Hashanah is to change the path, to bring a higher light, more blessings. The same is true with the Zohar. A person who doesn't connect on Lag BaOmer to the new Zohar, the new light of the Zohar revealed on Lag BaOmer for the coming year, then even if they connect to the Zohar every day, if they didn't receive the new light of the Zohar on Lag BaOmer, they remain on the level of, as it says, the world follows its course. Yes, the Zohar will give them light, but not the light they need for this year. So Lag BaOmer is not just another day of celebration, it is our only hope for the year that we have. And the Zohar is not just an old book, not just ancient wisdom. Every Lag BaOmer, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, the Creator, Elijah the prophet, all the angels, all the names, it is written in the Zohar. They come to us and say, we are going to give you all the hope, meaning the entire path you need for the great blessings of the year. If a person doesn't make this connection with this consciousness, they may still have a good life, a spiritual life, they may read Zohar, but not the new Zohar. We need the new Zohar revealed on Lag BaOmer on this coming year. And that is why giving charity to the Zohar is also so powerful, especially on Lag BaOmer. Rav Ashlag said it is even more powerful to donate to the Zohar than to study it, because when studying, the ego and thoughts can interfere. But when giving, it is above consciousness, and the light revealed through supporting the Zohar is even greater.